Sharpen our blade. Slight curve. Strongly curved. Oh, like a scimitar. Or some shamshir. I sometimes pretend like I sound like I know what I'm doing. Single edge. Very katana-like in nature. Oh, look at the stiffness. It's fine. Well, impact dropped even further than that. Good sharpness. That's a good. You know what? I'm going full. Hasana, she wants a full katana type blade. Let's see, speed still not there. Well, stiffness is gone, so I might as well not worry about the fix anymore. Maybe make it wider though. No, thinner. I'd fold steel if I could. No, this would leave that entirely. If I could get away with folding, I'd love to fold steel on this. I'm going to drag the point back down here. I wonder if I can put real tape on this one. Width. Oh, that's a very sharp blade going from there all the way to the end. This thing's gonna be brutal at the end of that. I'm gonna tap in 2 more, put 25% tape on it. That is a very sharp blade. It's getting polished. This one's smooth, fuller. Up to there. We'll offset it that way. My weight is like non-existent. I'm kidding out, my weight is like gone to non-existency. Mass 0.3 kilograms. Jesus H Christ, that's light. I made a blade that is stupidly light. Maybe not change the offset a little bit. Bring the point balance back down here. And maybe put some weight back in the blade. Alright, that's a super lightweight blade. Let's go. Final feature. Polish the blade. I want it so shiny that when she's moving it, the guy can't even see the thing coming towards him. It's like shimmering. This is literally going to be curved light. Super. William Lock. Nope. Where's my habakis? There's guards, William blocks, grips, pommels. There we go. Furrows. This blade deserves having a habaki on it. getting a habaki. I mean, we've not even got to 1 kilo yet, so. Hand and a half. Inverted. Inverse mal. Taper. You know what, I don't mind the slight bend to the blade. Nice taper so it stays locked in, it ain't gonna fly out of hand so easy. It's a hand and a half, that's good. Let's put speed up. We've got weight to 1%. This thing is as light as a feather. I mean, it's 0.5 kilos. A bottle of pop, I think, weighs more than that. Well, big Tulia ball anyway. But they put those in milliliters. So you have to do conversion for that. That blade is shiny. Good grief, that's a shiny blade. Right, she wants a saffron. Oh, that is. I know, Curved Light is a very on the nose name. What is like a more. Ooh. Crescent Glimmer. If I spelled Crescent wrong, I'm pretty sure I have. But Crescent Glimmer is the only part of the blade they're going to be able to see properly is the end, is the bit in a hand. If that thing whips through the air, it's going to be so fast with such high sheen, the light will just glint off it as it flies through the air, making it harder to see. Stupidly, the more something shines, it's like, yes, you can spot it from a distance, that's great, but when it's moving, if it's shining light, it leaves light trails behind itself, because the shine actually throws your eyes off. Probably even need a fuller, but I want a fuller. I can move the fuller up the blade, but you know what? It's fast, highly mobile, good sharpness, decent balance. There wasn't a requirement, but decent balance, weighs nothing. And yeah, point balance is like, the blade is a max level E8, point balance is, can't do it with the sword. Point balance is somewhere around here, right near the handle. So that is hence why its mobility is so high. The point of balance is right near the hand. There's virtually nothing, speed-wise, there's virtually nothing but the tip. Crescent Glimmer has been made. Nimbus takes the blade with a reverent care, testing its balance with practiced movements. She performs a series of tight, controlled cuts, imagining the narrower arrows of the library. Thou hast my deepest gratitude, Smith. Now I can cut down threats as quick as a turn of the page. Could probably turn pages with it, actually. Like that. Flick, 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 flick. Miss Nimith, my name is Caswin. A pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Caswin. Dost thou have something to ask of me? Thunk. and says if a long mouth gave like a son of God. No. In that case, I shall make my exit. My gratitude for thee, Smith. To thee, Smith. That's Old English. I don't like the full wacky rap on this, to be perfectly honest, but that is a shiny, shiny blade. And I got plated grips, which is cool. But we made essentially a shining blade, crescent blade that shimmers through the air and slices and dices everything in its path. Right. The internet blipped on me. So I'm going to check my streams here. Nope, my stream says I've been stream time's been going. I don't see any drops in the internet. So that's fine. You can't see that, it literally only shows the screen. Still. Rank 1 still, but we got a really shiny blade out of that. Fortunately, we only have 6 points. Okay, they only like a sort of salvage. Yes. Could do some quick blades, get some, just get some XP, because we need 5,000 to get the next level. Wow, we did that all in one go. Thank you. It's no crescent glimmer, so. Nope, no save on last point, so we need leather. We need wood. Well, we need leather actually. The metal's fine. Mostly leather. Media Huntress. I need some sleeping dwarf. Buy that for now, not sure why, but I'll buy it. Never runs out once obtained for some purple. Of the wild. Buy some leather. First we'll do. That should do as good for that. I gotta end the day. Yeah. Alright, we'll do one more Sharpie. Right. You want, let's see, put some change thickness, that's gonna be what usually needs to get a good sharpness. Wow, that made it a lot sharper. Sword. Lament your name, haha. He's happy. I got paid some money. And a little bit more XP, so. Yeah, less than 20. Okay, I got that, the arena, the outer gate. Got that. So let's check out this arena. Maybe let's put up a vendor and get some contracts from the arena. Oh, there might be a whole questline from the arena we can get. Two fighters circle each other in a pit of sand. The crowd hoot like monkeys and bay like dogs, desperate for the first splash of crimson. Welcome to the arena. This former priory, once venerated as a voice that sang of serenity and peace, now is a brutal fighting pit where gladiators spill blood for the amusement of nobles. The fight ends, the body is dragged away. The wait until the next will stir the beat of torture. You couldn't think of a more eager clientele. You put up a poster outside the gladiator's armory, ensuring they'll see your name every time they collect their weapons. Yvor Tilt, so named for his wooden leg, waits at the arena's armory. He stumps back and forth, testing the edges of blades and polishing breastplates. You're the new smith, aye? That's right. He pauses, looking up and down. His demeanour shifts subtly as he gives an approving nod. Heard a lot about you, Smith. Good things. Get the feeling we can do good business together. Come back during the day when I have more time. Yevor. The arena caters primarily to the wealthiest citizens of Erin Keep. It shows. Hogs turn on splits, filling the air with delicious smoke. Waiters stand with expensive bottles. A bookmaker takes bets from an eager crowd. The shimmering golden tattoos contrast starkly with her dark bronze skin. Greetings, name's Izanovith. I can't even pronounce that. Exonis. No, I won't spell it for you. But I will forgive you if you pronounce it wrong. I haven't seen your face around here before. Zanis. I'm the news. Nice to meet you, Zanis. Good effort, but not quite. It's pronounced Zanis. What can I do for you? Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm sure you'll find many eager customers within these walls. Have you heard about the Fesson Felber, the previous swordsmith? I heard he killed his wife or something. Got sent to the far mines. That'll work him. There's nothing but bones and hate. Go ahead. I think that would be better now. Get to watch the fight while you're here. And quite like quite so thrilling and all in keep. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch a fight, I'm gonna exit the arena. Frankly, we're not on a time scale for these quests, so don't have to worry about it. Right, who has blades for us today? We can do, actually, we can do these two. Ooh, it's a barman. Hey, it's a friend of the barman. Nico, tidings, Smith. Come here, my daughter, and give your old man a gay. Father, a pleasure to see you. Nico pulls her into a tight embrace, which she returns after a moment's pause. Smith, for once, I thought I'd come to your place of work and bother you, yes? I need a sword. What do you need a sword for? Well, after Marwyn was able to take over my inn, I got to thinking. I need something to keep behind the bar in case another aggressive customer, see? I have a certain length of wood, but that isn't good enough anymore. A blade for poking and the slicing will be much more persuasive, I'm thinking. Very wise, father, just don't go thinking you're a hero. Even a sword wouldn't have been much used against Marwyn and his cronies, remember? My daughter is always here to bring me crashing down to the ground when I fancies fly too high. Oh, what kind of sword do you need? I don't know, Smith. I'm no warrior. I should be sharp like a razor and capable of chopping a fully armed man in two. And it should look like majestic and pristine. The steady stay is a classy establishment, after all. Stick within the bounds of what you can afford, father. I'm willing to pay a good price. I'll support my wrestle's business, after all. Dad wants to help out. For you, Nico, Kyle, I'll make something special. Glad to hear. I knew I liked you, Smith. When I show this sword to my customers, they'll ask where I got it, and I can send them straight to you. Benefits both. Yes? Hey, yeah. So he wants history of the Seven. Ooh, he wants it from the Sword World series. Don't come over else, you can't really use it. I have 27 more steel, so that's fine. Lots of wood, we're good. We're good, we're not trying to go buying, shopping for anything. I will forge for thee the sword of Umadon. Well, that wasn't really that fancy looking, to be honest. Really sharp point, though. That's something about the thing. Despite the fact it was a fantasy... Flight of Dragons was a fantasy film, the sword designs weren't exactly fantasy. They were very... regulatory. Highly mobile and sharp. I wonder if I can put like a second cross section. So I see some blades coming with second cross sections. So it overrides the previous cross section and gives itself a new thing. Interesting. Those allowing you to profile do two completely different profiles. So this section I can position here. It's thicker. This one, which is all the way across, puts it in, but it completely thins out to the top. Ooh. Not being a swordsmith by trade, I can quite happily say I have zero knowledge of how I'm doing half the time. It wants a straight blade. I was going to make it like a nice fancy curvy blade, but it'll be a straight blade. Polished? Yes. Most certainly polished. And because I did the full thing on here, this cross section can have the fuller, which will take a little bit up from the bottom. He hasn't set anything, he just wants it to look a little fancy, to be honest. Let's see, I can't add any more features unfortunately. Change the width. I'm going to put the cross taper on it. See, maybe let's fix towards the point. Hit the point a little bit more to make it regular. And it actually doesn't look too half bad, to be honest. I like a little bit of swell, gives a bit more weight towards the tip. Good for a quick slice. Its stiffness could be a little better, so I could make it a little wider, widen it a little bit. Good for giving a good old smack. is a really nice looking blade. I need to tap the point again. Give it a nice point. Widens out, thing, follow up to there. I don't like the fact that I have the two different things, cross sections, so I can have the sharp, they're both the same thing, sharp point, but because I kept the spine of this one wider, it allows me to put the follower in here. You know what, I like sometimes act like I actually know what I'm talking about. Time for me handle. Sword of the East. Falling petal look good. Ooh. We have wraps. Wait, I didn't even know I had wrap. Really? I guess you can't put a wrap on empty air. I didn't know I had wrap. One handle. Chinese wrap. What does that actually attach to? Okay, I'm not sure how the wrap attaches. Maybe it's gonna be on a piece of plain wood because the wrap's gone. Yeah. Well, it's got a Chinese wrap on it, which I must admit looks really fancy. So the East, but it needs something from. Aha, there you go. Distant journey for the feral. That's rather fancy actually. You see the ferals, this please don't explain to me what the ferals. Well, that covers me for that bit. Ah, partially. Nah, I don't like that. There's the Chinese. Folly things, that one. Mobility goes down, but again, he's not swinging the thing, so that's fine. Ain't gonna be popular wood, mate. Oh, that looks good. Good contrast. I like them. Right. Precious metals. That's a lot of. Oof! Jesus, that's heavy. That looks like a hunt. It nearly doubles the weight. Silver's makes it heavy still, but. Oh no. That bit is not a lot. It's a small section of gold. I'm not making the handle out of gold. That's 1,000 grams of gold. The blade will be worth more than the handle will be worth more than the blade. But you know what? He wanted fancy. Well, actually, no, he didn't want fancy. She wanted with a budget. I wanted fancy. Smith's Defender. No. Oh god, what about like the guy who comes from I came from the island nation. Island location, so it would make sense to put an island type name to it. Unfortunately, I don't not have a clue how to put like a habaki on this thing. Like a hamon. It's not an option. And I'm not going to start trying to do engravings across the whole length of this blade. I also don't know how to put material in it yet. That would have been a good spot for gold. Put some gold engraving on this. But I want to be able to like type in and go for writing. Blade of the Waves. There's probably some fancy name I could call it. Like Nim Sharon or something like that, but... The blade gleams on your workbench, polished to a mirror finish. As requested, it's both practical and pristine. A sword worthy of the steady day. Let me see the magnificent blade, eh? Aye? Present the sword with a flourish. Nikao's eyes go wide as saucers. He takes the sword reverently, turning it this way and that to catch the light. It's got gold in the hand hilt, a silver guard. Silver's better than gold. You don't want gold on the actual blade edge. It's useless. That's why if you see a gold sword, they're not for fighting. You avoid those things like the plague. If someone goes, "Hey, have a gold sword, fight. Here's a weapon for you to fight," and offers you anything covered in gold, immediately give it a scratch, see if it's just gold in some of the nice and, out of the way, and check space is just like gold gilded. It's just gilded. If it is not gilded, turn that blade down immediately. It's a death trap. Even the solid bars, gold is way too soft. It cannot hold it. Gold does not hold an edge at all. Gilded, yes, no problem, because it means there's a base metal underneath it. So what's underneath will hold the edge. And the gold's just for decoration. But if that thing is, solid gold, no. You will hit something and you will put a gigantic bend in it. It will fold. The spot you hit someone on, it will fold. And if it hits against a sword, it will just plain clean break. The metal will just fold inwards. It'll bend. It'll contort around the little blade. By the raging sea, it's even better than I imagined. Look how it shines. Feel this balance. It turns a few experimental swings, nearly knocking over a ruck of tools and enthusiasm. Careful, father. I feel like a warrior of old. Any troublemaker who sees this on my bar will think twice, yes? They'll certainly think twice, maybe even 3 times. Just remember, it's for show. Don't try to be a hero. This blade will serve you well. Practical and beautiful. Perfect combination. You're a true artisan, Smith. Here, take this payment, and know that you have my eternal gratitude. When people ask about this blade, I'll send them straight to you. He hands you a heavy purse, and he carefully wraps the sword in cloth, handling it like a precious relic. Make sure to keep it polished and sharpened. Don't fuss with me so. Am I a baby duck, or am I your father? In most cases, both. That is true. That is a that is actually a really nice looking blade. Blade of the Waves. I should have saved that. I can't share that, so I should have saved it. That is a really good blade. Excuse me about that, folks. Oof. Good you on there, but that is a really snazzy blade. I'm actually really happy with that one. I'm happy with how that came out. He's also a good man, so you know what? I'm happy that I gave him a good blade. Anyone who sees that thing behind his bar is going to think twice before actually trying to fight a blade that good looking, pristine and sharp. That sharp looking will give any guy with a rusty knife pause for thought. Like, do you really want to pick a fight with someone who's got a much better blade than you? Alright, what else is on the docket today? Haskell. If the expensive silk thing is because, oh well, well, fits blunt belly wood. Oh, good day, good smith. I am in need of a fine sword where my hip and it fits my stations. Pigment saffron, material leather. A two-handed, narrow point, 15 unique engravings, and blade length. Everything else is absolutely non-existent. Well, I can accept that. We do only have 10 more thing, but I can salvage these for a little top up of steel before we start. The job's accepted, so we don't have to worry about points. Anything left over is not available. Here you go, Haskell, have this. Your blade is not sharp, your hilt is not finished. It is telling you immediately this blade is not a blade. It's a lump of metal with a stick on the end of it. But yeah, you don't care about weight, doesn't care about sharpness, speed, impact, or anything else. It is literally just for show. I mean, I'm not going to do a good blade though. Will it go as fancy as the other blade? Yeah, probably not. But it will be a good blade. Nope, enough of that. I'm going to add a second one, but only up to here. There we go, do that. I do like that fact I can add a sharpness on the thing because it fits that end, but I can then bring it, draw it back to add stiffness. Not all my blades will be on this, there's going to be the odd one here and there. Narrow point, that's fine, this is structured for sharp narrowness anyway, so that's fine. Also two-hander blade. This is why this section has the follow-up. Nice little follow that gives it some width. I don't know if I might make this one like cool. That actually gives it a really strange structure to it. I mean, really strange structure. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this. This is like half sharpness 10 times 10. It's like, what? Why is it like one side sharp and then the false, almost like a false edge? You know what? I'm gonna keep that. I don't care about this guy. He's not getting a named weapon. He's just getting a weapon. Actually, let's try this one out. I want to try pulling a cooling block. That platform fight is looking really stupidly cool. Branching. That just looks fancy, so. You know what? If I can count multiple materials on that one, I can do like silver and gold patination on it. Right. That followed by. Let's see, that next piece I can put in the middle. Strange. That's a two-hander. I didn't even know those were wraps before. You have a Japanese wrap on it. I like the wraps. They allow for extra stuff. So wants leather, pigment saffron. Under the whole thing. Maybe the Chinese one would have been better. These been okay. They barely had anything to it. Well, saffron's done, so I could technically do like a... Yeah, do that. Gives it a nice saffron underneath, accented by the darker material on the outside. Oh, I like that. Fallen Cloud, name the song. Need that, who cares? With unique engravings, I don't have the ability to actually. Oh, but okay. Cool. Okay. They all got to be different ones, so. We'll pick 5 different ones here too. One, two, three. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there'll be 5 different things. Unfortunately, I can't call them in, so hey ho. I must admit, I do like how that came out. You can have a polished sword because it's fancy. It's got to look fancy, so. Not sure how you can make it unpolished. That looks silly. You're gonna polish the blade, polish the whole thing. There you go, Ascal. Have a polished sword. You know, look at this mode. Camera flight. Okay, let's start. And start. Zoom. Zoom. Spin. Spin. Show my blade off. Spin. Give yourself seasickness. If I can do this, you should do the second one. I got the hammer right. I'll do that. Whee! There you go. We had enjoy my speed of 1. Slow-mo speed. Enjoy my handiwork. Oh, nice. That actually gives it a nice little like false edge section. That does not work. I'm not in the bleed. I'm not in the environment building. It makes my eyes go funny. Lighting. Natural lighting. No lighting. Dusk. There's no lighting. Lighting from that direction, which is actually makes it look really cool. I should, you know what? I would almost take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot. Oh, cool. Yes. There you go. I shall send that to friends. Hey. Okay, Ascal. Have your way too good for you blade. The little man smiles like a contented seal as he draws the sword part way. The steel glimmers. A fine blade indeed. Perhaps I should recommend my services to my friends. Symmetry is for cowards. Cool. Asymmetric abilities. That is really cool. I do like the way the fuller gleams in. That blade came out really well. Don't like the engraving it did on it, but you know, the blade itself looked really nice. Everything else is blade, but the blade is good. Right, we should hit up the guard post today. The outer gates. Nothing's going on here until we advance the story. I may have your weapons. In the camp, the outer gates was a barrier to all hope, surrounded by a swirl of chaos and summoning violence. Now it's a comforting bulwark separating you from the desperate world outside. The occasional shout or plea carries over the walls, quickly swallowed by the bustling sound of the sea life. The guard appears, eyes narrow beneath his iron helmet. Gates closed. Come back later. I'm not doing that one because that's what I'm not here to pass through the gate. I'd like to examine your records. Or whose authority? My diplomacy is horrible. Fail? Yep. I can't know that one for. Move along. What, you offer me a bribe? I could resist you for that. It's a favour. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. And now a little calculated malice replaces his bored scowl. Actually, there is something you can do for me. Pull out a small, stoppered vial. You know the den? Dingy Town belongs to the worst scum of this keep. You go there on an evening, you're bound to spot 2 guards sitting at one of those grubby tables, playing hand of fate. They're all certain there every night. Degenerates as they are. One was called Alistair. He's a slim fellow. Just slip this potion into his drink. No nothing, that's all I ask. It's just a sleeping draught. It'll make him slumber like a log. Man against is the worst job in the watch, and patrolling the streets is cruel, cushiest. If Alistair oversleeps and misses his shift, I take his place, and he'll be the one standing at the gate, our gate, bashing skulls every day. Make sure you dose his drink, and not the other fellas. The big one, Furl, the 15-year-old veteran. There's no way they'd pull him off patrol just for missing one single shift. Absolutely, how about it? Okay, so I don't mind a sleeping drop. I actually have bought one already, so I'm already prepared. I wasn't going to drop her name. The whole idea was I was being discreet about it and not. Ooh, Huntress is here. Mason, Cawthon, Huntress. Short blade thing. How's hunting recently? Might be a venom sac. The wolf might burst into a swarm of maggots when you kill it. But pelts and hides fetch higher prices when they're hard to come by. Supply and demand. The world is ending, but people still want their leather fancy furs. Skinning mostly. The things I hunt ain't always dead when I start cutting. Extra hearts, or they twitch back to life when you least expect it. I had afraid a stag tried to gore me last week while working on its hide. Yeah, so I need a blade that's precise enough to delicate work, pelts but sturdy enough to punch through bone if something decides not quite done living. I don't need promises. Just result, Smith. Remember, my line of work, a dull blade means exciting death. Don't make me regret coming to you. I, my dear, never produce shoddy work. I will make thee a blade that could pierce even the heavens. Pierce the heavens. Failing the ability to reach that far, I will just go for a blade that can get through a really tough hide. Yep, put to the max of that. It's always better to have a little bit extra girth on it. She wants. Wow, how? Why is the shout still going up? I think it's not got a point, so you know that might help. Definitely hasn't gone down, that's good. She didn't want a fancy blade, so I'm going to not give her a fancy one. But the weight does need to go up. I have made it too late. That guy is way too big for this. One-hander. Sword essentials knocks mobility down, pulls the weight back to where it should be. Not quite enough weight. I need something with a little more weight behind it. Almost there. Could go for one of the heavier ones. And sort of scale it down. Yep. It's a nice lightweight blade. You know, I like putting the wraps on them because it'll offer good grip. Especially if it's... I know the black's just a bit of an embellishment, but you know what, that gives a nice good sharp grip. Nothing too fancy. Put a little bit of shine on it. It's a good short, sharp, dagger-esque weapon. Nice stiffness to keep it nice and stiff to keep it fitting, but it probably has a higher grade sharpness than what she was thinking of. Actually, I only just meant that. Can't make any lighter, as light as it is. Could put a convex edge to it. No, it says with stiffness. Page on a really sharp thing. I was going to get a really sharp blade, but yeah, I could make it slightly wider. That would actually that would add weight to the blade. Mobility dropped though. Wrong one. Wait. Blade width maybe a little too high. Adds a bit more girth to it. Ups the stiffness. Giving me some playroom for the cross section for adding convex here to up its sharpness a little higher than what you wanted. It's fine. If you didn't want the blades that sharp free, that's I love that one. If you didn't want to know current sharp score free, but if you're going to be skinning, stab through skin and all that lot, you want a good sharp blade. It's lightweight, it's sharp, it's stiff as a chuff, so this one is indeed, let's see, Steel Fang. A sharp blade capable of doing its job. Point of balance is way back here, it's well on the handle. In fact, maybe a little too far back. Yeah. I think the right thing for balance is like 50%, but that would require a little way more tinkering on my part. There you go. Examines the blade carefully, her eyes remaining on you. Many of a hawk you once saw perched on a hunter's wrist and staring at a tasty pigeon overhead. You've earned your coin today, Smith. She flips the blade in her hand with practiced ease, testing its grip from different angles. Word of warning, if it snaps at me in a dodgy moment, I'll presume I'll survive. I'll be back to show it where the sun doesn't shine. She slides the blade in the belt and drops the payment on your counter before slipping away without another word. Ooh, I got a rating of 3 on categories. And if that thing breaks, It ain't on my. It ain't 'cause of my steel. 'Cause of my handiwork. It'll be 'cause you rammed into something that you shouldn't have. Steel is the thing we will run out the fastest. I mean, most projects can take. Well, that takes 13. So, alright, we'll go to the den today because that's where the guard wants me to drop off. Go do a little thing, and just double check. He wants it on the thin, small guard, not the big guard. Better not require me to have like finesse. Might have affected then, bar summoned. Yep. Fire. Approach the card table with the guardsmen. These guards seem to have just left their posts. They're still wearing most of their armour, though their breastplates lie discarded nearby. Still, sweat is overpowering. To approach, they place their cards face up on the table. They're going across palms. They don't look at you as you approach. If you wish, you could stick to the shadows and eavesdrop on the conversation. I'll tell you, there's trouble brewing. You've seen the slogans daubed on alley walls down the Merc side. Down with the Masked King, burn the Citadel. I've never seen the like. Ugh, just kids trying to get a reaction. You know what kids are. No, this feels something bigger. Much bigger. You've been paranoid as usual. Everyone knows that the Masked King keeps us safe from the madness beyond our walls, and without him we don't be dust and ashes. Maybe a few rabble-rousers kicks up a fuss now and then, but it'll blow over. Seen it hundreds of times before. Embarrassing now. You sit engaging the casual conversation, feigning that you're drunker than you are, then try to carry on with the game, focusing on the cards. Now, he described the guy as being one. Oh, I don't know which one's the right guard. One guy's slender guy sounds. Slender guard sounds like he's seasoned. The sturdy guard is. The sturdy guard seems like he's. Wait, the other. Oh. I bet you there's no guide ready for this. No. There's literally no thing for Bladesong guide on the section. The slender. One said he's a veteran, being veteran. The other one says the other one's nowhere near as veteran. But he also described it as a slender guy and a big guy. Slender? Failed. Oh yeah, sir. Yep. Ow. I lost no money, but I wonder if I can pull back the time clock on this. I can. So Alice says this definitely is the Slender Guard. I need finesse, and I have... Don't fail me. Reload. I will reload time 1,000 times it takes to win this. At 40%. Then I will get there eventually. And he keeps calling the Slender Guard, keeps calling him Alistair. Watch it. Cards, fill the cards. Excellent, he called the other one Furl, which means the Stout Guard. Take their cards from the foaming cascade, you over the remaining drink and tip the vial over it. Your moves are smooth, as quick as a hawk snatching a sparrow. Act natural. At first, when the Slender Guard looks over the skull, you think you've been caught, but he's only annoyed about the spilled beer. Get out of here, drunk sot. It's spoiling our game. As you walk away, pretending to stumble, you notice the Slender Guard taking a big gulp from his drink. Tastes a bit funny, this fellow. But he keeps drinking. Neither of them suspect a thing. One grins with a set of hideous yellow fangs. Skull Kicker is his favourite tipple. I shall see double, 2 glasses you're seeing things that ain't there, and 3 glasses you won't see anything ever again. Used to be illegal back before sundering, now the crows swear by it. Alright, get yourself out, and I mean that in the most literal way possible. Unconscious, just innocuous looking transparent substance, but the smell makes your eyes sting like it's starting to smoke. Lift it to your lips. Feel like the bite from a rabid dog. Your whole face goes numb. Someone seems to have filled your lungs with boiling tar. Drink this for pleasure? Well, we've managed by rolling time repeatedly, as many times as I needed. I have slipped past the problem of having only 1 point of finesse. I would have been better had the guy in diplomacy managed to actually win against that guard. You annoying little entity. But it is what it is. Ooh, Tom is a high brow dude. Nice. He wants gold. I have gold. He wants saddle brown, hand and a half, regular thing, and everything else is irrelevant. I could give him a lump of steel, and it won't make a difference because he has no clue what they're doing with it. Also, I made the guy drunk. I'm guessing by being disruptible, I am going to get probably take less cash in every field going, because no one wants to work with disruptible entities. You know, I always complain at Forge of Fire. I always complain there's 1 feat point. A blade should not be this skinny little twiglet of a thing. get rid of that because I want a slight curved blade. It'll look weird with her. I'm going to have a slight curve inwards. Single edge. So it's going to be that way, so it's a curve sharpened on the inside. But yeah, I always complain that when they complain about the weight of things, like this blade should be like light as the feathers. Like, yes, but blades were tended not to be light as feathers. With the amount of abuse. Now, if you go for a blade, even daft say this, but modern day blades don't need to be, even remotely heavy, because they don't have a practical function. They don't function as they used to. Whereas old blades, on the other hand, back in the ages where they actually used them, they had a function. And that function was to be the end of whoever you're fighting against. And that was the thing, you needed a blade that would end the life of the guy who was coming at you. So you did not want a blade that was too flimsy. You needed well tempered. Secondly, and most important of all, if you're going for, you needed a blade that could stab, you needed a blade that could hack or slice. Now, depending on the design of the blade, they were designed for slicing, usually sharp-edged, thin, but they were a bit flimsy, so you had to put a medial ridge down the middle of it to keep the stiffness. Without that medial ridge, a blade of this length would wobble. It would go when you swung it, it would just wobble in the air. It would flop, it would bend. Its own weight would cause it. Its own weight would cause it to bend. And that's a problem. Because you're trying to swing it. And the last thing you need is a wibbly wobbly sword when you're trying to accomplish the act of staying alive or mass murderage. Doesn't work pretty well on that front. Let's see, what's Sal Brown? I put a wrap on it, but I don't like the curve section. It wants flat, straight wood. Now, by putting a medial ridge on the other hand, now you can make the blade lighter, give a really good convex edge, good sharp blade. Make it lighter, but at the same time, you also added. It's not a named sword. Fine blade indeed. Yay! Thank you. But at the same time, the medial ridge would give it this fakeness it needed. Essentially gave it a spine, the blade of spine, which meant when you're swinging it, it doesn't wibble up in the air. The gravity isn't going to pull the tip down because the medial ridge keeps it, gives it rigidity they would otherwise be missing. Scrap, scrap, scrap. And your blade. Someone needs to keep my family safe. I will keep it nice and lightweight for you, my dear. Any more metal on me? I do not. Well, I've got 20 metal, so that's more than enough. So it needs to be lightweight. Highly mobile. I know its mobility is going down, but I need to get the length. There you go. We're going to add mobility down the other hand. Get back A mobility and weight. Oof. Finally made it too late now. Well, we're gonna lose some. That one had the cross section. You do realize you asked for a two-handed blade, right? I was gonna point out here you did ask for a two-hander. You want a two-handed. The weight's really low down for this. Huh? That's what you wanted. Add a bit of girthiness to drag its weight bar back up. I got sharpness by making it wider. That would be considered a medial ridge because we've given it a little spine, which is what's giving it some stiffness up. You know, you don't want a much bigger blade if you want a two-hander this thing, but you know, well, I'm not gonna complain, lady. This is what you wanted. Put a little bit of polish on it, but not much. Maybe 50% polish. Just to get a little bit of luster. Super. That puts weight back into the handle, back in the thing. It's fine. Do a double grip. Needs two of these for two-hander. It's complaining like, oh no, mobility went down a little bit. Like, dude, you gave a mobility of 3. This thing is lightweight and fast. Okay, you don't have to worry about that one. I'm gonna go with the Japanese style wrap on this one because it's less leather, yes, but it will look great in contrasting waves. That is way too small. Yeah, that Hawaki's too small. This blade's way too wide for Hawaki. Yep. We'll go ribbed leather for the wraps. And then a smooth deep purple. That gives a nice contrast. I'm happy with that. Oh no, I lost 1 point mobility on a 2 point blade. I can give mobility back by making it blade a little narrower. Look at this more hilt. Way in the hilt area, yeah. Most of the weight's in the hilt. Point of balance is 13 centimeters in. I don't know because of the blade or not. I mean, technically I could get rid of ditch this and put a different guard on. You know what? Score 2. Sharp. Score 2. Score 2 sharpness. Stiffness is fine. This thing will slice and dice. So I'm going to call it Defender. Because it's going to be defending them. Wait, and then slide carefully into a market basket beneath the cloth. Good. I'll see better tonight. Counts out the coins with careful precision, then leaves without another word. I like the contrasting colours. I like the generally just like the blade, to be honest. We are running slow on steel. Yeah, been to focus. Nice looking blade, really nice. That's long cross section. Wow, wait. Sharpness isn't even phased. So that puts a balance. Apparently for this is just right at 78%. Fire between 65 and 85%. Weight's good. That's the point. Let's polish blade, that's the wrong one. Need a little tap to get it back into the right shape. Here you go, Oliver. Dead anyway, Smith. That'll take a lot of work to engrave. The name of the sword because one of my swords. Now before we head off to go look at things, let's check out what Yvor's got for me. Daytime with you'll not try killing people. In the full light of day, the arena is quiet. It's overlooking the balconies, empty except for a couple of sweeps. In the pit, a pair of gladiators trade blows with practice weapons. The arena's quartermaster can be found in the shadows, leaning against one of the archers. Behind him, a storeroom stacked with shields, swords, spears, and other instruments of death. He watches the combat drill with his craggy brow furrowed, face wreathed in smoke from his pipe. When he spots you, he rumbles something halfway between a grunt and a cough. He lumbers over, dragging his wooden leg through the dust, and extends a hand in greeting. New Smith, pleasure. Ooh, hello. Do you happen to know Fersen Felber? He was a friend. Why? I'm investigating his disappearance. Well, don't believe the gossip. Fersen didn't kill his wife, didn't kill himself neither. Nor flee to the waste, or get sent to the far mines. Fersen's alive somewhere. Still alive somewhere. Off to. I'll feel in my bones. Do you have any evidence? Just a feeling. Thank you, that's all. He grunts and takes a puff of his pipe. Frill of Tarlock, Volume 2. He asked design for the stone's designs. Okay. Asked for his designs too. Scale Rossetti. Bladed. Ooh. Pointed bold. Again, they may not ask that one, but. Peen claw. Nail, short nail, long chain element. Okay. This is just like asking me to buy this lot now. Volume 2. Crest of Yen Nano. I have just got so many parts, it's ridiculous. I'm gonna need to buy some gold. I've used up all my things for the day, so I got tools straight anyway. Modern obscenities. Yuval stamps on into his storeroom, dragging his wooden legs. The walls bristle with weapons, but there are other items of interest for you. Two more. Guns in response, stomping waves into the shadows. I'm missing Smith. One of his closest and only friends insist that Fessen's still alive. Most of the rumors about his disappearance are untrue. Very, very interesting. Next, I'm going to have to do some metal forging next tomorrow. Still got to go here to do the investigation, but I want the outer gate. Down street and then grabs you and pulls you into the guard gatehouse. Nicely done. Arthur slept until the afternoon and missed his shift entirely. He's been sent to work the gate next week, and I'll be promoted to street patrol. Deal's a deal. Let me show you the archives. He leads you through the gatehouse, past the barracks, and into the dimly lit storeroom filled with ledgers and dating back years. Dating. They're not sorted by anything indexing system. Good luck finding anything in this mess. He leads you to it. You start rifling through the ledgers, many water damaged, some gnawed by rats. Stacks totter precariously on rough wooden shelves. Immigration records mixed freely with grain accounts, patrol logs, disciplinary records. Well, they don't care. You search for the records. The weapon was checked at the gatehouse. After hours of powering through ink-splotched papers, you find the record of an all-line dagger that matches the one you saw. That's picture like your characters like slightly going through the records quickly. A few months ago, the dagger was recorded in the possession of a woman named Althea Sania, who went to the keep in the company of a scholar named Gelfus Mallier. Your shift star has arrived. And we've hurried home. Well, one guy's very happy, the other guy's not so much. I'm going to shred this so I have some steel to work on. He's got a lot of books. Ooh, another magisterium job. I do need points for them. I know the twist. And the butcher. I don't need a stopwall. I work a night shift at Scriptorium. College and my lodgings are not the friendliest after dark. I've been robbed at knife point twice already. You'll give me some steel back, so that's fine. I've had 3 more. Annoyingly, I've had a couple more points. 5 points, you get the steel I used, and then do both these. I'm funny feeling Oliver will be back again. Or, you know, it'd be nice if we just hand the stuff over to Caswin. He's my apprentice. That's how this works, you know. Exactly how this works. Like, you give the blacksmith does X amount of work, and then you have the apprentices who totter in the margins. Nope, 25. The whole idea is that the apprentices learn to do the trade. Impact's going to go back up again. We're going to put... I think that's the wrong one. Width. It's going to be a broad boy. Broad sword, Danny boy. Come in, Danny boy. One-hander, so it's going to be a bit of a beefy boy. You know what? Let's draw section, there we go. Add a complex. Impacts went down, but it's fine. Sharpness is still high. Impact, yeah, impact's still a thing. I can put more weight towards the tip. That's how impact works. That's, you know, in general that should be fine. Quick one-hander blade should do the job. Nice square cross for the handle should do it. I got books galore, so I don't know half the stuff. Wraps here, pins, attachments, gemstones. Because one it says something like plated grips. What do plated grips get me, I wonder? Grips, yep. These don't seem to tell me where they come from. Quillians. Look cool, to be honest. The end. Ah, they look cool. I'm not gonna lie, they look cool. Attachments are fun. Pins. Steel spikes. So essential, world sword, so easts. Mobility is still inside its range. So you know what? It's a nice basic little sword. Nothing too fancy. Nothing too thing. Quick and dirty. Otherwise it'll be too heavy to hold. Maybe all those evening scriptoriums have strengthened my wrists? Thank you, Smith. Knowledge preserve you. It's a nice, quick, basic, dirty blade. I'd love to do some like embellishing things, like put like your straight curves, edge it. I wonder if that's a thing you heard down the line. You can a way to make wavy patterns. Like a flamberge. Right. We need steel. Right, what are these things? Chain element. Chain element. No, that one. Pointed. End caps. Scale rosette. William block. Attachment for Dusk Rising Dawn. End caps. Diamond grips. William blocks. Pommels. Guards. Wraps. Chinese wrap, that one. Peens. Grips. Hexagonals. Quillian steps. Click the bloom. Grip ovals. Quillian block flat. Bridged. Round forge ring. Guard mounted on pommels. See, I could have sworn that we had a book that gave us scaled something else. I must have been misreading it. Oh well. We are nearly to level up. Do some quick. Yeah, I want to bring the point back in, so I need to do the point again. Thickness will tap down a few bit. Should do it. Get the cross section actually finished. And there we go. Now I'm not entirely sure how you pull this done off. Looks like it bends. I might actually experiment doing it my own. Do it myself at some point. Yes, thank you very much. Better buy some steel for the morning. Actually, I'll scrap peddler. I've been here for a while. Buy one of those. That's good. 18 points. You have some of that back. Now buy a couple of those. Give us a nice chunky. Good boy, sir. Tell your friends I'm not contagious after all. Excellent. 56 steel. That's going to give us some leeway on a lot of stuff. Right, we have to go. This is fire. We head back and bring the evidence. Maybe I didn't buy the abandoned one. That might be a cost of one. You know what? Not enough money for it. I decided not to buy it at the time. Well, let the script guy come up tomorrow, see what he's got. Even inside her desk, she still projects an aura of power. Welcome back, Smith. Sit down, have a cup of tea. I don't think I'm going to point for that still, but ask anyway. The artist entered the city with Gelfus Moya. Moya, was it? A middling scholar, unlikely to advance beyond his current station. But he would have had access to the paper mill. We can't be sure he was working with the arsonist just because he brought her into the city. But still, it's a good start. She paused, apparently not lost in thought. I'll wait patiently. At last her eyes focused on you again. You've done well, Smith. Your reward, as promised. Nice. But your task is not yet over. You've been entirely too useful to let go now. I ask you to provide solid evidence of Gelfus' wrongdoing. Once I have proof, I assure you justice will be swift and merciless. So I take my leave. Very well then. Okay. Can we save? No, we can't save in here. Gelfus Moya. Judging by the multiple desks, each walled off by piles of books, Gelfus doesn't merit his own study. Instead, he shares a cramped workroom with other scholars. Though, fortunately, only Gelfus is present when you arrive. He's phonetically scratching quilt paper. When you come open the door, he casually slides his arm over to hide what he's doing. What you want? Aye, that be me. Who's asking? A friend of Alfia's. I haven't seen her around lately. Any idea where she is? The expression turns instantly guarded. Never heard of her before in my life. Why would you assume I would know this woman? I can prove you entered the city with her just a few months ago. Wait. Who sent you to come barging and asking questions? Am I sure of this? That would be amusing, seeing as she's the one who sent me. Oh, that would be fun to go with. That would be amusing, seeing as she's the one who sent me. Gelfus goes pale, beads of sweat prick his forehead. Now you mention, I do remember Alfia Senira. Sorry, her name slipped my mind there. It's like, funny that your boss sent me to talk to you. Yes, we have the seat together. She's an old friend of the family who's visited from afar. Oh, friend of the family, but you forgot her name. Thinks his chair is like a punctured water skin. Fine, you're right. I helped Alfia gain access to the sea. I gave her the key to the mill. But you have to understand, it was all under duress. Under duress? Alfia was insane, and she had some kind of vendetta against the Magisterium, but she knew things, impossible things. Breathing hard, Gelfus pushed hair out of his eyes. She blackmailed me with a secret she couldn't have possibly have known. Tell me more about this vendetta she had with her. That might make me too guarded. She was a traveller who visited Faraban in the mists. Apparently, they filled her head with all sorts of strange tales about the Magisterium, persuaded her that we needed to be destroyed. Don't ask me why the other Faraban would work against us like that. Who knows why they do what they do? I mean, seriously, why would the Faraban go for it? What secret? Well, I'm not telling you that. Then it would hardly be a secret anymore, would it? Listen, I'm practically a hero. Without me, she would have done far more damage. She was going to burn down the Corpus Caelestis next. You're claiming you stopped her from doing further damage. He leans back in his chair, suddenly smug. I followed her to the paper mill, and after she started the fire, bolted the door from the outside. Stupid wench burned in there, and it served her right. Sounds like you were more worried about her giving up your secret than her raiding the library. Well, it can be both things. Point is, I'm a hero. If you're so proud of yourself, why not come clean? Just modest, I suppose. Pauses when the next speaks, his voice takes on a wheedling quality. You don't need to tell the Magister Revel about my involvement in this. Alpha Centaur is dead. All I want is to be left alone. This comes out, my whole life is ruined. Keep my name out of it. I'll make it worth a while. I'll think about it. Such conscience, I haven't done anything that bad. No need to ruin my life off something so trivial. She already knows you're involved, mate, otherwise I wouldn't have sent you down when he told me. He's ruined by his nervous sweat. Failed. Ooh. You two circles pass by, the conversation fading. Papers notes a small oak cabinet. Yeah, put it all back as a thing. If I took the locket, then that'd be bad. There you go. This is nothing of interest. Quills, ink, ignored apple. But one draw's dimensions strike you as odd. It seems too shallow. Probe the edges, finding a hidden catch. A soft click and the false bottom lifts. In a secret compartment within it is a carefully folded letter. It's a missive of a mysterious buyer, apologising for lack of new material and promising a good haul soon. Like clear, Gelf has been stealing tomes from the library. That one, I don't mind telling. Cup of tea. Present your findings. I see. So the answer was sent by Faraban in the mist. I was curious. How did you learn the smith? What do you know about Gelfus Moya? I'm not thinking the guy's stealing from the library, so he's a bit of a scumbag. And quite frankly, he's a liability. If one person can get secrets out of him, finds out about this little secret, then it's only a matter of time until somebody else gets it. I see, blackmail is a powerful motivator for the right kind of coward. I find myself wondering about this secret of his. What was it that would drive him to a woman, burn down a building, and then murder her in cold blood? A foul betrayal of everything we believe in. Gelfus will be punished harshly. Yay! I don't mind throwing this guy in, because he's literally doing this, and again, if he did this and got caught by her, or somebody's managed to dob him in, then how long till somebody else dobs him in? I'm actually going to check to make sure how long the recording we're going for. How long are we going for? Oh, excellent. We've got a couple of minutes left. More enough time to finish this off. It's an odd tale, though. How did Alethea know about his filthy little secret, if she was newly arrived in the city? Perhaps Faraban in the mist has some manner of augury. It matters not. Speculation gets us nowhere right now. Staring at one of her ticking clocks. Since your thoroughness is much appreciated, I am throwing a small bonus for you. That's, you know what, just plain good, because extra cash is nice, not really needed so much, but the points are good, and let's face it, if the guy's fencing books from the library, how long before he starts fencing something more dangerous? Some of these books are not for the general public. I very much hope to find you. See you again. Farewell for now. Yeah, never mind. I wonder if we can now access the thing when we're up to ranks with her. No, mysterious fire still hasn't ended, so. You know what? I don't mind him getting what he gets. Two Jarls. Two Jarls. He's offered me a book, Rise and Shine Volume 1. Well, think about it. I want to head to Duvin. Ooh. Adjoins the library, the desk was swamped with papers and scrolls. At the nip of the air, stone walls emanate clammy chill that seeps into your bones. When you approach the office, you spot Nimrith, accompanied by a group of fellow law guards, leading a solemn Gelfus out into the courtyard. Living gagged, with his hands bound with leather cord, is red from weeping. Warns you away with a fierce shake of her head. Rebuffled, you return to the provost's office. It was you. Come in and shut the down door. You're letting out the warmth. Same thing as happens to any book thief. It's a set of example, you see. I don't think Gelfus is going to be seen tomorrow. Well, there is unfortunately something hanging in the tree that I just noticed in front, so I think that's the Gelfus. Let's not look at that for now, shall we? Jesus, that's a lot of... Alright. The alphabet. We have essentially the alphabet. You know what, let's buy all these. We're good for silver right now. Maybe that won't be there when we come back next time. I literally just noticed what's hanging from the tree when we afterwards. Not the hell at Jarl over here. We need just a little over 1,000 points. I might visit them again tonight and sort of look at their see if we're allowed to talk to them and see if we can gain access to the thingy. One of the things as said the game was produce a magical blade. That was literally an achievement on this game. Okay, narrow point. That puts it at 60 of... Oh, needle point. It's always the edge, but I think the you can have a curve pointers. No. It might be a thing, this might be a feature from added shaping. Improved shaping. No. It has, like, no sharpness. That has no sharpness. I mean, I'm handing it to a noble who won't know a clue what to do with it. I mean, the guy I'm handing to has zero idea what to do. So I don't feel like giving him something really funky. He gets a, I mean, it'll be a good blade, don't get me wrong on that one. Just won't be as, you know, absolutely insane. Sorry, but dust went in. Oof. As for gold on here, the end. I'll give him a ton of gold, that's what takes them out gold. Timed. It's gonna look silly on an Eastern style blade, but there we go. 5 unique engravings. I can. Okay, this makes it a lot easier to do like a Norse blade going up the blade. Make a big blade with like right engraving on it. I suppose if they make it sharp polish, it'll look better. Not getting like a super shiny blade, but it's getting a nice shiny blade. But on the guard handle, that's why you get the probably symbol like that, that's like engraved into the handles. The other mag. I got some cash. I have 18,000 bucks. I do a land win. So he needs good speed. I want materials, that's fine. What is going to be used? Okay, well, there's another 300 points. And I want to go to the scriptorium again because I want to see if I can get access to the thing that won't let me access the scriptorium before. I better not say I can't access this lady now, so like, I'll maybe one of them should like try to get the points up before I drew it to her. There's a medial ridge. Might make it a little wider. It'll be a good blade, mate. It's a two-hander, nice broad blade. Good railer point. Let's see for speed. That's the tip. Boost rating. Okay, so the handle may actually help us out. Good hilt. It's a good sturdy blade. That gives us speed up, which is good. That's a very heavy point. That makes ability to 0, but balance is fairly decent. It's looking not quite so heavy though. That should be fairly decent, 60% bounce. But his weight is also similar point here, so it's like not too far forward, but not too far back. Decent blade, decent mobility is decent, it's got speed, impact, sharpness 3, stiffness is 0. Edging the weight a little bit, but that's fine. It's a good stiff blade. You know, out in the wild, I don't need it if it's too sharp and shiny. So polish wouldn't make much sense. If I put a little bit of polish on it, just to get a nice new jaw, new thing. Yes, this'll serve. I'm heading out to the lumber camp tomorrow. Wish me luck, Smith. You will have a good blade. It's got a little bit of meat to the middle, so it keeps its edge. It's got a nice convex edge though, good for slicing. Slice nice. I've got 2 sleeping drafts. Why would I want to consume one? Okay. That's great. My knowledge went down for being in effect lasts for 2 days. Quick sharpen jump. That actually finished everything. I don't know how, but that finished it all. Broad points back is. I literally just finished the sharpening bit. No, no, I'm losing action points for 2 days though. Still got points. Days profits are down. I want to go up to the Scriptorian lady. That's still there. Lovely. Oh, excellent. If you raise your hand and friendly greetings. On a distant note, stood within a scene of peaceful bustle. The human court swings gently in the breeze as it hangs from a tree. You recognize the unfortunate Gellus Moya, hands bound behind his back, swollen Purple is carcass of sign pinned to his chest, reading Book Thief. Yep. Welcome back, Smith. Sit down, have a cup of tea. I'd like to have access to the Corpus Calestis. Not yet. I have a nice rank going. We take Book Thief very seriously. It's worse than murder. Stealing from the Corpus Calestis is stealing from all our futures. Fortunately, the Master King grants us a broad remit when it comes to dealing with our own. Let me access it. You let me access to the book. To the thieves. Books. The achievement of the game says... Oh, this is for... where's the achievement section? Yes? You can't see this because you can't actually see it doesn't show this section. Okay, so curved blades, die for... Conjure a sword using magic words. That's on here. So, let me conjure a book. I want to conjure a sword out of magic words. Owen. Yeah, okay, about you. Ordinary point slightly curved. That will be. Ooh, rise and shine. I love that. A mystery object. 360 XP. Again, that's good. Let's do 2 weapons. Ezekiel's own Finister Cycle. Lengthen the blade, heavy hit, lengthen the blade. It's only 5 should be more than thick enough. Slightly curved blade, so we'll coach in this. All the way to the tip. That'll do. The thing is, I don't need to do anything else with the blade. It's not a blade yet, because it's a solid bar of metal. So until I actually give it a edge. It doesn't actually count the blade. I'm gonna make it one single edge though. Convex. Gives them good sharpness. That's a nobleman's blade, so I might as well give him the polish effect on it. 75% polish should do for the blade. He wants a Smith's companion, which is weird because he wants a curved blade. Well, he gets what he wants. It's the customer's desire for it, and the customer will get what he desires. Doesn't even care about anything else. It's literally a shiny sharp blade. He asked me for gold. We'll find a gemstone on it though. Oh, I love gemstone. I don't know what it does, but I have a gemstone. And hold on, it's down the bottom. Silver. There you go. Try that one. But man smiles contented as a seal as he rolls the sword part way. Fine blade indeed. Yes, yes. I put a Solus gemstone. I don't even know why I put that in, but I put it on anyway. The book is more important. Right. Let's put it there. I can do Zizekis. Make me a swordsmith. Zizekis. Let's shred some metal first. Do a mixture of steel. No 360. But it's quite close to the actually getting to the level up. Don't know you know who you are, Zizekis. You want speed. Look at anything else, just want speed. Narrow point. I'm going to make it very speedy by putting in a taper width. Impact, this thing's gonna be a lightweight slicer dicer. It weighs nothing. I think I actually made a stiletto rapier with that. Cool. Might need to, you know what? Actually, that's its weight speed. That's fine. It's two-hander, so it should make it. I should offset. I don't even feel a guard on this. That looks daft, but at the same time, I really like it. A bit of energy would make me better. The wood just sit on it though. I don't have any wood. You're kidding me, game. Did I look at how much wood I had left? I can tell you make the sword, I just cannot do after anything with it. I have been using up my steel, my wood. Hey, it rises. Coming up. Remember where you put rises, but oh. I need leather and wood. Because of course I do. I'll fix it also, that's no problem. the actual rises were. Right, leave that for a second. Why, Miss Smith isn't finished making wood yet. I know this, but I have a problem. What's that? I'm out of wood. He's offering Rise and Shine Volume 1 and the Turning Scent. Bottle Small Barrel. So this game option offers an absolute plethora of stuff to do. I mean absolute plethora. Hey all. You just running here for no reason. Yeah, pretty much. Also doing beasts. Adorn, pommel. So many options. Ox blood. You know what, sure, let's add some more colours to the palette. See, she's still alive, so my blade is quite good. Zekias. Now we have the metals we need. Materials we need to finish a blade. This says I'm not happy with the sharpness here. That is a really strange shaping. Less inch thickness. That is gonna leave a nasty wound. Not gonna lie. Oh, one. You know, change convex out because I have no zero sharpness. I'm not sure how that's possible, but somehow I made a blade with no sharpness. And yeah, that's width to it. I mean, literally the width. Again, I'm not entirely sure what going on with the thing's sharpness, but yes, high stiffness, sharpness. Oh, little sharpness away. There you go. Little weird slice and dicer. Name the sword so I don't want anyone coming back to me. Runs for satisfaction, drops a bag of coins on the waiting palm. That's got a really weird system. I'm not sure why I put the Ryzen up at the top. Who cares? It's a strange sword. For a strange man. In a strange world. Oh, we are so close to leveling. It wants me to go there. I don't want to go there. We are going to go to the steady stay for a good meal. Is in good health. Customers are back to the tables and the atmosphere is jolly. The cow is so busy taking orders he doesn't even notice your arrival. He favors you with one of his big hugs, heartfelt smiles, As you approach, you find that the sword you have made is laid out on the bar, glimmering in the candlelight. He's admiring it with a customer. My good friend the smith made it for me. Wonderful, yes. My daughter works there, you know. And here's the smith now. Welcome. We were just talking about you. He slides the sword back onto the bar, not before shooting you a merry wink. I know you, Mr. Daughter, Nicole, but you're doing just fine at the forge. You should come and visit. Told Smith, I'm just jesting. Thousands lost their loved ones and sundering. I won't lose my good cheer just because our daughter's moved out on the street, down the street. I'll tell you what I offer and pay you a visit, though. Maybe you'll make me some pie for once. Buy a hot meal. To make such fine swords, your money is no good here, Smith. For you, no charge. Wow. I did actually make a sword that is probably worth, a few hundred. By the way, it's worth a lot of money. He paid me a good sum for it, but it's worth a lot of money. Me and mushroom pie for our guest. I mean, there you're wolfing out a slice of pie with a generous helping mashed parsnip. It's good to perfection. When you finish, you have a pleasantly full belly and a newfound appreciation for the humble parsnip. If only all your customers would pay you with pie. Like that. Like, if only everyone I came back with pie. I enjoy pie. We need more pie. Excellent. Well fed is taken out, and it cancelled out the other things. Effects just finished off as well. So we've actually got more points than I thought now. Let's see. Askel. Nothing fancy. Force. My wage. So he wants some soldier wants to go blade, but this guy's that's a lot of XP. Not really an easy one though. He wants a mobility, speed, and sharpness. Don't use stiffness though. You know, accept that one. Can't do the other three, but we have got points to do with this. I will save the last point behind because part of his contract gives me a ruined helmet, which will give me some more steel. I don't think he'd be upset over this. It's not a blade, it's a lump of metal. But the speed is awesome. It's a brick. I just want to throw it at people, it's fine. I missed half the clicks there. Right, time to make this thing finite. And wider. Yeah, definitely wider. Yeah, I'd wait to it, but wow, the thing was really, really thin. That gives us a thing to do with that, and add a slice more weight off it. And when I take the point down to narrow at the top, its weight's going to drop even further. I mean, this blade, for its width, is very, 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 very light. It's also sharp as the devil, almost. cleave through something in like half a second. Now, we need put a bit of polish on it. Not much. Only maybe 25% polish. I want to have a little bit of sheen because it's a guard blade, but at the same time, it doesn't need to be that shiny standard. Actually, no. I'll put it to 50% polish. It weighs nothing. I think this guy was supposed to be better. This is like a really heavy guard, and I have to shave weight off someone else. That's fine. It wants a hand and a half. I just scaled it, so pommel. I don't want too heavy. That drops mobility down. We need something to make the speed a little higher. No, too heavy, too small. You can scale it up. I'll push it outside the weight of that. But if I narrow the blade at the top taper, I might be able to shave off some more weight. By putting a taper width on it. I lost 1 point of sharpness, but I need speed. Lighter and longer master tip. I might add a second taper width, but it's going to be all the way up here. Well, that's just silly. That's made. I've made us. It's so sharp pointed now. It's ridiculous. The blade length's all the way out here, but yeah, that's just getting ridiculous for its width. Okay, speed went up, sharpness down, but I can change that with width. Okay. I need to make the taper width so fine though, it's ridiculous. Sharpness is good there, I need to... Maybe anyway convexage? Convex? No, I can't go any higher with convex. Spine width? Thickness maybe? I mean, this thing getting as thin as a razor here. It's going to be a very strangely I suppose you have to be thicker. You have to be thicker with that. That will alter the weight. So we need to somehow come up with a way to make it slightly more pointy. Or shift the weight away from the end. Or maybe the point. If I drag this point back further. Okay. Follow maybe? I know it won't show on the blade, but maybe the follow will slap some weight out of it. So you want to get add a width to it, it should be able to maybe a second cross section would work. That thing's got some serious weight loss going on here. Okay, See, it needs mass towards this bit. Maybe change the guard out. Something slightly later. Too light. That's heavier. Way too heavy for what we need. That's heavier than the other one, but lighter. I mean, it looks really cool. Ooh, this one's proving a bit of a challenge because I need to get that speed up. Sharpness is still good. Not sure how much more to make this thing point any further. How the speed can be swung redirected. It's light, has little mass near the tip, a longer handle flow improves rating, so thickness maybe? I mean that's as thin as it gets. How much more speed are we going to get on this thing? That's taking away my sharpness. But I can put width on this to see. The point thing for the sharpness knocks down the width. One knocks down the other. Yeah, here the thing cross section. Sharpness, there you go, sharpness back up. I think I lost my follow. Follows on all the shows, but we've got a very sharp, stabby blade. A lot of sharpness to it. I didn't down much any further because we're literally only just what we need for each one, so. It's not got a name on it, but this thing is a bit plain, yes. On the other hand, it is very light, incredibly sharp, and will probably whip through the air that fast that you won't even see it coming. The fact that I reach level 12 is all I care about. keeping etched and feeling like make them look really cool. But I've got side follows, I can then at least see what these are. Strong hands I think will give me more stuff. I have no idea what polishing variants can do, but strong hand would probably give me give me another action point. I'm going to unlock the ability to make side follows. So put my follows somewhere else rather than in the middle. The advanced blade shaping unlocks the ability narrow grind. Flamboyance. Okay. Commissions will focus on function, pay 10% better. Commissions focus on artistics, pay 10% better. That's more interesting. Blade shaping. Narrow grind, flamboyance. Okay, so I've got... You know, make really weird, funky stuff. Well, we are out of time for the stream, though. It's an angel now, I think. I don't think I saw that late. Yeah, we spent absolute ages on that one. We have got stuff. Lots of it. And gonna get more steel. Can't do anything else with these guys today. But we are going, when we come back, annoyingly she won't let us access this bit, even though we have another, we are at rank 2, which is the best we can get, you cannot yet access the thing, so it's probably not available yet. It's a shame. I want to make magic. That piques my interest, but the next level will probably be engraving materials, so we can make our engravings cool by making it stand out with like silver or gold. Again, whoever wants you to make a gold blade, just look them in the eye and ask them if they actually intend to show as long as you're hanging on the wall. Because if you swing it, you're gonna just bend it. But anyway, that's all for next time, folks. So until then, I'll catch you all later. See ya.